Hey bestie, my name is God's Beauty Israel. Thank you so much for always tuning in to Aggressive Gala. But research has shown that you've probably not subscribed to our channel. Make a no fight you, but what are you waiting for? Quickly click that button now and subscribe so you don't miss out on all the juices. I don't come again. You understand? We plenty gossip. This is Gossip Gala, and my name is God's Beauty Israel, aka the Lady Vibe, aka Plenty, aka Gossip Batty. I am not Joseph because this one I'm wearing plenty colors, coats of colors. It's all right, but this is just me to tell you that there's plenty gossip on the table, and we need to start talking about them. I have an exciting person on my table, an artist. I mean, when I just having conversations with her alone, I feel like when she said musically inclined, I'm like, okay, there's so many things to talk about. I have no other person on my table than Gen Z. Hey, bestie.
Hello,
How are
hi.
you?
I'm good.
I must say that you're stunning and I like your hair.
Thank you.
I love it, honestly speaking. Tell me, what brought, I mean, it's one thing to say, oh, you're an artist, because I feel like I've already said that. Okay, maybe it's a Nigerian thing, right? Once you're an artist like this, there's a certain way you should look. Right? If you're a presenter, there's a certain way you should look. I mean, you'd want to always be at the face of people, and when people see it, they say, that's unique. So tell me, how did you even get with this hairstyle?
Well, I don't know. I just don't like my hair on my face.
Oh,
And my hair is really long. It's like up to here
okay.
most of the time. So I've been struggling with it. I just came across the style on, I think I saw it on Crayons
Okay.
Snapchat one time. I was like, okay, this is
This
nice.
is it. Let's do this.
Then I tried it and yeah.
Aw,
it's
it looks so
been-
beautiful on you.
Thank
Well
you.
done. So let's talk a bit about your music. I feel like you do something quite unique. So put us on it.
Well, my music is basically where I started from was like dancehall. I used to be so in love with, I'm still in love with coffee.
Right.
And
I'm a
then
big fan of coffee as well.
Yeah,
I mean,
she's-
I listen to Toast. There are just a whole lot of them, and she's quite good.
Yeah, and like her last album that she dropped,
Mm-hmm.
the Gifted album, it was like a really awesome push for me.
Mm.
I also listened to Thames, so it was just more like, yeah, I think I want to start with this
Okay.
because I feel like with every artist, there's this whole evolution you have to go through before you actually find your sound.
Yes.
But I really think dancehall is a very significant part of
Evolution.
my sound.
Okay.
So yeah, I started with dancehall. Right now, I'm moving towards Afrobeats proper. So yeah, I wanna tap into my roots. And with me, music, I usually it's like a whole course for me.
I love it.
Yeah, because most of the time I'm studying, I'm going through articles online, YouTube. I'm just like reading and watching other artist interviews, even. So
I like that.
yeah.
So let's talk a bit about this. You said that you drop a project on August. Put us
Yeah.
on that. What's it about?
Well, that was my first song ever. I basically started music professionally this year.
This year, you said that.
Yeah, and I dropped the first song August. The title of the song is Fire. That's Faya. Yeah, Fire.
Sounding fire.
It's actually really nice for my first song. Like,
Okay.
it was the first song I wrote and recorded. Like I've never written a song like yeah, you get. So that was like my first song written and recorded. Then I went on sometime in October, November. I dropped my second single, Burn. I know. I know. Yeah, I know. So I was supposed to drop another project before the year elapsed, but wanting school.
Okay.
So I was just like, okay, let me
So
just finish my
what
final
project
year.
is that? Like an EP or
Yes,
an album?
actually, but a single first, but then an EP because I want to put myself out there more.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what is influencing the project that you're about to drop next year?
Influencing, I would say just
More like inspiration.
The inspiration is me wanting to put myself out there. Like I want
Okay.
people to actually hear me, hear all the sides of me, because my EP is gonna be the different sides of me, the different, the sounds I've gotten to, fall in love with,
Okay.
and the way I'm able to express myself in each song.
I love
So
it.
I think it's gonna be a really nice EP.
After you, I mean, with you saying that, I believe that it's going to be a nice one.
Yeah,
Just put us on it when you drop, so we definitely go and listen to it.
definitely I will.
Let's quickly go straight into the hilarious tweet. Can we get that one on, please? Okay. So you know how me, I like minding my business sometimes, but some people don't allow me to mind my business, right? So we have Daniel. I mean, he posted his pictures, very beautiful ones. I think there was a premiere that happened of recent that he went for, and this was, the outfit he went with. And he said, just in case you miss it on the gram, right? I don't know why this Arizona babe just left everything that she was supposed to look at. I mean, look at the guy smiling, looking all dashing. I'm expecting you to say, God is looking handsome, and you just move on. But somehow she was able to spot where the problem is. And she said, your photographer forgot to edit the other leg. Can we get the pictures on? Because I mean, this babe, her eyes is sure very, very, very fast. Exactly. This is the picture. So everybody, you see it here.
Well, why?
You say one thing with X. The people on X, those people are not. I don't know if they sleep safe. I don't even okay. God, this guy posted, like, look at all the fine pictures and look at how unique each of them is looking. I'm
Man.
expecting you to say, oh wow, this is beautiful, and you just move on, yeah. But it's how she's able to spot that. Oh, the I think the right leg is edited. The left one, the guy just left it. Probably
Left
because
it.
it's left. You understand? I don't know. Probably because it's left. I don't know. But honestly, those people on X, you guys need to be breathing. There's another thing I saw on X. Can we get that on, please? Okay. So this one says, we are our own problem in this country because we are. Why are you telling me that the fish I just saw you catch inside the water is 9K per kilo? Why? But we already have this mentality of having to survive, do anything to survive. So I mean, somebody that saw fish inside like one of these probably gutter or one of these like dirty water, or you don't expect him to sell the fish probably 1,000 naira. He will sell the
Actually.
market price. I don't know
Yeah.
if you get.
I mean, if it's
So-
that easy, go and catch your own fish.
Exactly. You go find your own fish. When you find them, then you know how difficult it is. This is not me saying that the guy that caught the fish and decided to sell it for 9K is doing well. Oh. I am just saying that everybody is trying to do anything to make the money. You get. Let's quickly get one more, please. Okay, sibling for sale, serious inquiries. Okay, so this person says, let's quickly read this chat together. Are you sleeping? Then there's a reply, not yet. Then he went back to say, please do me a favor, take the dining room key and hide it somewhere outside for me. Then the person replied, okay, I heard it. All the best finding it. And you just had a question like, what is going on? Honestly speaking, when I saw this, it was so relatable because I have a junior sister, right? A younger sister. And you know how it's, first of all, it's this person's responsibility to ensure that certain things in the house goes well, right? Example, maybe sometimes washing my clothes can be part of your duty. Arranging the house is part of your duty when I'm not available, right? Doing certain kind of things you're supposed to be more like assisting the home. You feel me?
Yeah.
Now, in a case where I'm telling you, oh, okay, I think this thing, we need to work on it, too. And she's telling me, I know, but you have to pay me for it. I don't remember employing you.
I think I've been there before.
I don't remember employing you.
I'm the one that usually asks to get paid because
Oh.
I'm the last born.
Oh,
So I have
this
like
is a
three.
mistake.
I have three elder brothers.
Uh-huh.
So and they're always like telling me this. It got to a point I was like, you know what? No, give me money, I'll do it.
But why are you guys like that? I like the fact that I even have a last one here. Why are you guys like that?
I don't know.
Do you know how sweet it is for you? I mean, we too, we have like elders, right? We also do those things. And I don't remember telling my mom, Mama, you need to pay me for doing this for you. That's one. Two, all those goodies. I mean, I don't think there's any time I'm going back home that I don't get goodies for her. She's a chocolate person. I'm always getting chocolate. I know her drinks. I mean, she's in love with a lot of milky, whatever. You feel me? I get these things for you, even down to getting popcorns. I mean, there are times where I have to stress myself to get certain kind of things for you so that you'll be happy. And when I get home, I not tell you, oh, I think this thing is not working well. Please let me do it here. And you're like, see, you go pay me, oh. It's even how she said it for me. There's a bit of I'm you know when you are employed
Yeah,
to
yeah,
do
yeah, yeah,
something,
yeah,
and
yeah.
hey, that's understandable. But this one, she makes it look like, bro, you employed me somehow. I did not employ you, my sister. So it's quite
Actually,
funny to me. But
yeah,
I
it
mean,
is.
we love them all the way.
Mhm.
Let's quickly go on the short break as we come back with the on the street of social media. Stay with us.
Hi guys, my name is Debbie Felix and shout out to Gossip Gala because the tea happens here.
Thank you so much for sticking with us. It's on the street of social media. The first one on the street is lack of emotional intelligence or just plain stupidity. Man asks as lady brings out a diamond tester to test the ring her friend's fiance gave her at her proposal. Honestly speaking, I really don't know what's going on with social media. This pressure is getting worse.
Too
People should
much.
rest. Which one be say my guy they propose to me? You won't come test whether the ring they diamond or not. Like, where can I they calm down now? But let's really get the street on, please. Okay. So Mr. Anu gave us this gist and he said someone proposed to his girlfriend and one of her silly friends, God I beg, brought out their diamond tester from her bag to check the ring. So it means that the girl is going everywhere with the
With a
tester.
diamond, because why?
Like, because I don't get it, baby. Go ahead. Okay, bruh, I don't know if it's lack of emotional intelligence or just plain stupidity. To me, it's stupidity because I don't know how you're going around. Except if the girl already knows that a guy wants to
Wants to
propose.
propose.
Then there's not that gist that, my guy wants to propose. Oh. That's understandable. But the one who say they walk up and down with, nah, you have to be kidding me. Okay, continuation. That's the weirdest thing I have seen in recent time. I actually agree. It's the weirdest thing I've actually heard with my ears. Okay, continuation. What if it was fake though? The guy's embarrassment would have been televised. Oh my, that one go really bad.
Let's play tire.
Oh my god. But what do you think about the story?
I think it's crazy because why are you with a diamond tester?
I
Do you
mean,
have diamonds? You
make
should
it
actually
make sense.
question.
Even if you have diamonds, trust me, people that have diamonds don't do those
Don't
shit. They don't
I
do those
mean
things. I
I
mean,
mean honestly because except they planned it.
it has to be.
Except both of them planned it that my guy's gonna propose to me today. Oh, Alpha, go and borrow or go and carry your tester. Oh. Let's see if he's
How if you're the guy, how would you even see this your fiance now and her friends?
um,
I don't know, but
now the friend I go does it look shy, like Alpha waiting. You want spoil my parole.
oh my god.
This
But
is what-
even the fiance too needs to be questioned for real, because why you let me not say why you can to make me it to be like probably a bit judgmental. But what kind of friends are you actually keeping? I mean, it says a lot about
maybe they
you
want
as
the
well.
best for her now.
They want the best for her,
Maybe.
which is checking if the ring is diamond or not.
Maybe the
Not
girl
in
deceive him
heaven.
now. Maybe they deceive and say it's diamond. I bought it for $1,000, and then say like it happens. It happens. A lot of people do that. So
Nah. Mm-mm. Let's quickly check the comment section to see people's reaction on this story. Okay. This one said the tester matter, eh? Even as a vendor, I have said it on my page. Don't allow peer pressure make you do what's above your budget. Get it course you actually like it, understand it, and can afford it. I feel like it's something people are really dealing with, especially on social media. If you see a friend doing something, you also want to do that as well. Forgetting that, oh, the amount this person is getting or the kind of people this person even have, you don't have that, right? So I really don't know. People really need to start understanding, contentment and a whole lot of these things.
Yeah.
All right, this other one says, and then we wonder why our system is corrupt. Let's allow people spend within their means. Not everyone can afford diamond rings, and
Yeah.
that's totally fine. Me, I know they find diamond ring. They find diamond ring. There's just a lot to this story, but we'll be all right eventually.
yeah.
Moving on to the next story on the street of social media. This one says, Doctor shares what became of his ex who called him names for being unable to give her 3,000 naira for Christmas. I think as it's Christmas season, there are a lot of confession and a lot of story that we are hearing. Let's really get this one on, please. So let's start with what is below, the second line, which by Big M, this one says, bill your boyfriend 300K for Christmas and see the rubbish you're dating, right? And that's where Son of David felt it was important to tell us this story. So this guy, let's just quickly read what Son of David, tweeted. It says, the girlfriend who billed me 3,000 naira for Christmas and called me rubbish when we were both students ended up with a police sergeant who could afford it by collecting bribes at police roadblocks. She's raising 5 kids alone today because her police husband is serving life jail for killing a Danfo driver at Yanosashe because of 200 naira. Oh, that's a lot of story.
That don't even make sense. What?
So what doesn't make sense to you? Is it the story about the girl not accepting 3,000 naira for Christmas, or is it the fact that at the end of the day she get married to a police sergeant and he is in prison because of 200 naira that he killed someone?
The fact that you would call someone rubbish for 3K and your husband kills someone for 200 naira.
I don't want to say. The thing that came to my head is it's a police team, but allegedly, I did not say anything. Nobody should bring anything like to me, you understand? But I feel like these are stories that we hear every time. I mean, from the police department now.
Wow, so sad.
I mean, but I think the main reason why we're talking about this, right, is about the 3,000 naira that she refused to collect, for Christmas from her guy. What do you think about that? And the fact that she had to leave him for someone richer. I mean, that's like stories we hear every time.
Yeah, it is. And I don't know, 3K for Christmas is rich.
It depends on the year.
I really want to know what year that is. I really want to hear. Because, wow. But this is a very interesting story because it just turns back in the whole point of karma, because now you are raising 5 kids alone and probably son of David.
Son of David. Don't be smarting.
Let's not know what. I mean, I wish I knew what son of David was doing right now, so that we can actually give it away.
But I mean, okay, let's talk. When we made mention of the money, right, 3,000 naira, you made a kind of facial expression. So how much do you think a boyfriend should be giving his girlfriend? I mean, given the economic situation right now, 2024, as we speak.
I can't dictate for what someone's pocket can really bring, but that's up to them in their relationships. Kudos to all of you.
But I mean, so do you think it's okay? Let's use you now. Let's personalize it.
Okay.
How much do you think your guy should give you? If he's giving you 3,000 naira and saying, babe, the way my pockets look like right now.
I wouldn't even be with that person in the first place.
Okay.
Because I'm not 3,000 naira.
Oh.
Yeah, except there's an understanding, But
understanding in one sense.
Understanding the fact that I know that this person doesn't have, so I wouldn't even bother asking you in the first place. Some people, when you actually like someone, you like the person for who they are, and you grow with the person. Not pressuring the person, because I know I wouldn't pressure a guy over money, especially when I know that he's working and he's trying to build himself. I wouldn't even be with you if you're not working. Like if you don't have something perspective to, yeah. So that's that's just it.
But you never tell us the amount. You know, go on.
Could do so. But on a norms, me, if I'm looking at my own pocket,
right,
and I want to ask somebody for Christmas, all this Christmas, maybe like 5 million. No,
5 million.
No, honestly, for Christmas, like the entire month.
God, I beg.
Just no, yes.
Give or take 5 million. Nothing below that.
No, you can't. No, you can. You can. If I should bill you 5 million and you give me 3 million, it's fine.
So what should be like the barest minimum?
But like average, like 500K. Even that 300K is small.
Even the 300K is small.
Yeah, 300K. The guy it was like bill your guy 300K.
Yeah.
So 500K is fine.
500K. My boyfriend in the house. You've heard it. 500K. All right, let's really go straight into the comment. Let's see what people have to say on the story. Okay. The bold view says it could still be because of her billions that made the man shoot the downfall. If he be, what's a woman if you do for this life, ne? Okay. If the money where she need no complete before he reach house, peace no go day, chai. But that's why we also, I mean, I was having a conversation with my guest just yesterday, and I was talking about the fact that many men don't really know their kind of women. You get what I'm saying? If you cannot afford a woman that you know that a maintenance money will be like 40-50K, why are you going
Are you
to
going for it?
exactly?
Yeah.
You feel me? So even this guy say where they talk say the girl leave him, not be the girl for I will not. I mean, stylishly, it's not her fault. You are not her type, which is normal. You get what I'm saying? So
Honestly.
of course you have to leave for somebody that she feels that has the money.
But
I don't know if you get it.
that topic of
Mm-hmm.
she's not your type is crazy because
When you say she's, I want you to land.
cause I feel like for a lady to specify a type,
Okay.
she should be able to meet up to that standard and above.
Right.
Do you get me?
Yes.
Because if that lady that's billing someone, for example, for that 3K now, if she can afford 3K, I'm never sure she's going to be billing that guy for 3K. I don't know if you get me.
I feel you.
Yeah. So I'm like, he's not my type. Are you above that? You get me?
But there's also this mentality of the only reason why I'm dating somebody is because of value, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So what value do you
it
give?
depends on the person, not be me. But I mean, if you're dating someone for monetary value, you get what I'm saying, or financial value, then it just has to make sense that I don't need to be that I don't need to have that value too, because I mean that's what I'm looking out for. I don't know if you feel me.
Yeah.
So if I need somebody that in my life that will be giving me 500K, I don't have to have that value. I mean that's the reason why I'm looking out. I don't know if you get what I'm
So,
saying.
so what are you looking for?
Not be me now. I thought I said no be.
We're using like instances now.
Yeah, but
So
I
give
mean,
your take.
give or take, right? So, okay, this is me going to be gossiping about myself, but for real, I'm not really. Even though people back end would be like, that's a lie, but
Okay.
honestly speaking, I'm not really a money person, right? I like it. I mean, I keep saying this a lot. You might be broke financially. I really don't have an issue with that. But when you're broke with dreams, with purpose, with all of those things, aspiration, I mean, if you cannot actually see yourself where you're going to in 5 years, then I don't know what I'm doing with you, right? I mean, I want to be with someone that I know that in 5 years' time, we are actually coming down from a Range Rover. I don't know if you get it. So you don't need to have the money now, right? But if whatever you're doing can actually afford us that, I mean, let's do it. So that's literally where I'm from. So again, people have, their own definitions to what the value is. To some persons, it's the money. To some persons, it's the goal, right? To some persons, it might even be your beauty. It might be your handsomeness. I mean, I think there are women that actually made up. They have the money and all. They just want a man that is fine. So that wherever they are going to, they have somebody following them. I mean, that's value. So you feel me? Everybody just have like, different things. And yeah.
You're right.
So let's quickly get more comment on, please. Okay. Culture George says, money is unisex. Anyone can have it. God, I beg. The way some people define this money for me, Kai, I think some desperate Nigerian girls who are gradually turning orphans should travel and see how smart people are in making it in different ways. Keep billing until them use you. That's solid. Keep billing until them use you. If you know what it is, though. Let's really get one last comment, please. Okay, you people don't understand him. What he's saying is, if your BF can't afford your B's now, doesn't mean he can't afford it later. It depends on the kind of guy you are dating. It just takes us back to what exactly do you consider as value. You feel me?
Yeah, basically.
So if you are dating someone that you know that in 5 years can actually get, whatever latest car is raining as at that time, I mean, that's it. Okay, don't leave your man because he couldn't afford your lifestyle. But you said where they get
Can you afford
license,
your lifestyle? Can you afford your own?
bro.
That's the point I make every time.
Oma, you they do lifestyle, and you cannot literally even maintain whatever that you are posing out. That one is rubbish to me actually. But this thing I just said now, there's also the flip side of fake it till you make it.
Okay.
Haven't you heard of fake it till you make it?
Of course.
And there are people that actually believe that you have to, look a certain way for certain kind of jobs to be given to you. Even though somehow I want to believe that there's a difference between packaging and faking it. Even though some persons say that they are actually the same thing, right? I feel like there's when it comes to the whole packaging and all, and most of these people, oh God, I just remember this story. I was having a conversation with one of my G's, right? And I was giving this scenario. So there's this guy that is staying in, I think he's probably renting the apartment with someone else, and he already has a very big car. In my head, I'm like, okay, I would prefer you to actually have a room or a house, your own apartment, and not be with car, and probably say, okay, with time you can get something you can afford. I don't know if you feel me. Now, for you to be, for you to be like sharing apartments and all of these things, you're inconveniencing yourself, and you're going to get a car. And to them, it is, of course, it's packaging, but you should also package with sense. That's how I feel. What do you think about the scenario?
Well, that particular scenario, I don't know. If I'm to put myself in that position, I'm renting a place with someone, like all these shared houses.
Yeah.
You just have a room to yourself.
Exactly. The parlor is shared,
Everybody
bedroom
shared.
shared. What else?
And you're
Kitchen
driving.
shared. I mean,
I don't really think it's bad.
I'm not saying it is.
Yeah.
I am just saying that it is. Maybe again, it's my thing. Probably because
maybe.
I like privacy somehow. So I cannot be shouting, "Oh, why is this remote here? Why is it?" Because I mean, a lot of those things will come. If he has his friends over and they are literally in the parlor, in the sitting room, and you want to be there as well, it's going to be noisy. There's just a whole lot of discomfort that comes with it. So it's better for me to have my own place, right, and not have a car and work towards getting
It's
a
just
car.
that when you're in
Then
Lagos,
I mean.
when you're in Lagos, if you don't have a car, you go to Shego, like,
True,
it's just
true.
easy transportation, and there's just a lot of things that comes with it.
Comes
you
with it,
get.
I agree.
So I think maybe the person has thought about it, because if it was me, I'll think about it a lot,
Right.
before I actually delve into it. So yeah,
Kudos to them. They'll be all right eventually.
everybody's gonna be fine.
Everybody's definitely going to be fine. Let's really go on the short break to come back with a hot gossip. Stay with us.
Hi, my name is Rata Ariman, that of our hair goddess, and this is Gossip Gala.
Hello guys, my name is Larry Hector, your favorite fashion and lifestyle content creator, and you're currently watching Gossip Gala. Keep watching guys, do not move a muscle. Ciao.
Hi guys, you already know it's a girl B to the E to the E to the E to Y period. And shout out to Gossip Gala, love you.
This is still Gossip Gala, and we are on the Hot Gossip segment. So the first story on Hot Gossip says the guy was arrested by the police today. A guy was arrested by the police today after he walked into a hospital and removed oxygen mask from a patient who is in a critical state. Let's get that video on. I have just a lot of things to say on that. Let's get the video on, please.
Happening right now at the regional hospital Bamida. A young man just walked into the female ward, remove oxygen from a patient, and then start praying that oxygen is free. Can you imagine, bro? Are you a pastor? Are you a pastor?
I'm not a pastor, sir.
So why you move oxygen for patient?
For patients. I'm not talking English so that all
Yeah, talk a minute, yeah. Talk no a minute, yeah.
all right. The Bible says we are going to Christ. I'm not a Christian. I'm not a Catholic. I'm not a Presbyterian.
You're what?
I'm a Christian.
Are you a pastor?
No.
So why you move oxygen for patient in skin?
For patients.
Yes.
I remove patients because I trust Jesus.
You trust Jesus?
Yes.
It's okay.
Somebody said that she knows him.
Who?
That guy. You know me. That used to be a pastor. You know me.
Okay, he's mad. Why would I talk no? Wait. The patient is dying. The patient is dying. Move oxygen for patient.
The patient cannot die.
Who told you?
I know.
Is he your patient?
I beg, I want to say
Now your patient. The patient is not your patient. You should walk in the ward and remove oxygen from the patient's face. Lord of Jesus. And is it for here?
There's just a whole lot to this story. I'll start from the negligence of the hospital, because tell me how this guy actually walked into the hospital, walked into the
ward.
And literally without nobody stopping, without nobody trying to, okay, who is this? How did you get here? And sure, there are lots of questions to be asked. Well, let's start with you. What do you think about the story?
I think it's absurd. Like, someone just walks into a hospital, enters a ward, enters the person's room and starts saying, okay, no, oxygen is free.
Like,
and you remove the person's oxygen mask.
We did believe that
Start praying. I think religion. Wow. Because I'm Christian, right? I'm Christian and I love God so much. I believe in God. But it's the negligence of people thinking that, you just pray and things happen miraculously. You get, like, I think the amount of churches and the amount of, false prophets we have at this point is getting into people's head. Because why would you tell me that oxygen is free and you remove someone's oxygen mask and then the person just pass away like that? Are you serious? Did you mean that you wanted the person to go and meet, like, just ascend? Wow. And the way the guy is talking, he has like an accent.
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard the accent.
Yeah, I heard it.
It's not sounding Nigerian, no. And he's acting happy, like he's smiling.
Probably he has mental issues.
I think
that can be one. Then two, it might be that, it's one thing to say that you want to perform miracles and you don't even know the God that you're talking to, because there are cases like that as well. You hear people, pastors, and I think there's this, probably it's a podcast or something that I watched of recent, and this person was really giving us full details about, faith, right? So there are people that it's one thing to have faith in something, but do you even actually believe in that person? Let's even start with that. Do you know that person? You get what I'm saying? So it's one thing to say, oh, I believe in God, I have faith, and all of these things will happen. Does God even know you? Does he know you? It is, I don't know if you get these things. So there are so many stories around, and they'll start giving, the funny part, they'll start quoting Bible for you. You heard it from the beginning when they said in the Bible. So exactly. So these people, and these people are learned enough to understand what the Bible is saying, but they don't even know who God is. They don't have a relationship with God, right? So you say you want to do miracles, you want to perform miracles. Oh, God said, let there be light, and there was immediately. But God did this, God did that. But there's no, there's just a whole lot of things to this story, honestly speaking. When I saw this video at first, I'm like, why are they even talking to him? They should just carry him to a cell first and, take the matter straight into court. Because now this person is dead. What would you tell the family members? The hospital too, I think they also need to. Yeah. Because tell me how this guy got in freely. The study from the security, was there nobody there that's monitoring people that go in and come out? That's one. Then I think is it the receptionist they call them? How did this guy pass you people without you even asking, okay, who is this person? There's just a lot to the story, honestly speaking.
I'm not even surprised at that, because there are some hospitals I've gone into. The way the staff is so nonchalant,
right,
to everything going on. They're like, if you like, there was a particular time, right? They rushed a friend of mine to the hospital, to the ER. They were like, even though they saw the critical condition of this girl,
the guy,
they were like, you have to fill a form, you have to pay for this
card and all.
You have to pay for... This was an ER. Like, you're supposed to do everything first. But I know you need to get the card, you need to pay, and the pay point is so far. You need to go and pay there, come back, register. And you saw that this person was in a critical condition. So, and the way they are so, like,
relaxed,
laid back, like,
not be my business like, now.
I feel like it's the sense that the environment, when you work in a hospital, you see a lot of things.
Yeah.
You see a lot of things. So I feel like they're not moved. But at the same time, the reason you are a health practitioner or a
Yeah.
medical practitioner, it's because you want to do this job. It's
Right.
because you love saving people. And nonchalantness is just like a no-no for me. When I
True.
walk into a hospital and I see the staff, just the desk, the front desk, and I see the way you are, I'm leaving.
Straight in. Because, I mean, I kind of agree with you because there's, apart from this, they make it look like they are being forced to do
They're
the
being
job.
forced. Exactly.
I hate where people make it look like you're being forced to do the job. Like, you know your job, just do it. Why do you have to make me talk? Why do you have to make me scream before you do your job?
So,
Honestly speaking, I feel like, and if you know the interesting part is if you now ask this person, oh, why are you acting this way? Or why are you behaving like this? They'll start giving you excuses like, oh, probably they're not being paid
they're
well.
being paid well.
But I mean, nobody asked you to be there. If you're not being paid well, go look for something else to do.
Some that'll
Or
pay you well.
I mean, it's that simple. But honestly, I feel like they really need to work on this. I mean,
so
hospitals
bad.
need to do better. Then religious people too. I mean, our pastors are supposed to be educating people rightly on, enlightening them on exactly what the Bible says. You know, you do not just say. They make I don't even know where to
Nah,
start
really,
from. The matter
Long.
tire me, honestly. All right, let's check the comment section and see people's reaction on the story. Hospitals should be sued for negligence. I agree. Africa's greatest problem is churches at every corner.
I said it. Churches everywhere.
These churches need to be regulated, and every pastor should go through a theological education institution. Even though they go through this institution now, no means say if they come outside, they no go still do it to them. Many that's not even. I don't think that's even a new thing. Many of them go to pastor school and come out, and immediately they call themselves pastor. Then they open one this thing. But first of all, they'll start with canopy. They will start with canopy. They will not put like have banner. Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. We know these things now. We know these things. So I don't even think like that's where they should start from. But having an organization that would put a structure to this thing, I think that would work. But one thing with this country is one thing to make laws, another thing for us to follow through. Once somebody has money,
But I also feel like once you start putting law on religion, it kind of, undermines the whole point of freedom. I don't know if that makes sense.
When you say
of
freedom,
religion.
explain.
For instance, when you start regulating how many churches should be, to be like the government is trying to
Tell God who you should call and who you should
where
not
you
call.
should put your church. You get that kind of thing. It will really.
No, the regulation is not from the aspect of you should not put your church. You should not have your own church or open your own church. But I think the regulation should start from who exactly do we call? I mean, do we put in as a pastor, right? Is it someone that just finished pastor school and come out and say, oh, someone God has called him, whereas it's him that called God? I don't know. No, let's be for real now. There are many people that actually call God. It's not God that called them. So, I mean, in those kind of scenarios, for there to be a structure, and I think we have CAN that is actually even doing something. But even though I really don't know what is CAN's part when it comes to this whole church structure, but I just know that there are just few things that they are doing, and I really don't want to touch on that. But I just know that there can be a bit of structure, and it's not from the aspect of who is supposed to be a pastor and who should not be a pastor. But it should be from these things that you say you can do. How well are you doing it? Where exactly are you teaching the people? But again, I get your point where you say that it's not even looking. I mean, I'm just even pondering right now. How exactly are they even supposed to restructure this apart from these things I've said?
It's not even going to make sense because most of the times, when I see churches around, I think they're just there for the church business, not really for like the religious or spiritual life of their members. Because I'm most that when I see people, churches, are like laying so much importance on your tithes, your offering, your seeds, your kini. Like, it's the way they are so like, when it comes to that part, they start putting on the Bible verses.
Yes.
You get me?
I feel you.
But the actual spiritual life of the people, they don't really they don't touch it. So I feel like most of these churches are just like a business.
I mean,
most of them are businesses because
we'll be all right.
You can't tell me.
We'll be okay eventually. Moving on to the next story on Hot Gossip. This one says, girl harassed by a traditional worshipper for standing in their path in Lagos. Why are you laughing? I don't think it's something to laugh about, though, honestly. But let's watch this video together. Come on. So let's start with the fact, the location of this place. This happened in a Jigule.
Wow.
Yeah, and this is Boundary Market, right? So honestly speaking, when I saw this video at first, I didn't even know how to feel because imagine if I am that girl, what would I have done? That's like something that just keeps running through my head. But let's start with you. What do you think about the story?
If I was that girl,
Mm-hmm.
I could just do one corner. First of all, just stand because first off, it seems like she didn't see them coming.
She didn't see them coming.
So it wasn't even her fault.
Yeah.
Okay, you pushed her the first time, and then your, let's say, colleague pushes her again.
Yeah.
And then
the
keeps,
other one came to start.
Nah, that's
warning
that's
her,
not
no.
really nice. It's not
What do you
really
think
nice.
about traditional rulers? I mean, there's this one they do too, right? Where you hear that by social time there's a curfew, by social time you're not allowed to pass, you're not allowed to do this. In my head, I'm like, okay, the world is modernizing and all of these things. Why are some of these things, allowed? I mean, these are questions a lot of people keep asking, but I don't have the answer to it. I mean, Nigeria is bound by culture, we are bound by tradition, so those things cannot actually be taken out. I don't know if you get what I mean. But what do you think about the story?
Well, what do I think about tradition? Well, I'm actually from Benin, right? And Benin is a place that is rich in tradition. So I really think that tradition as a whole is something that cannot be taken from especially Nigerians. Because I think that's what makes us, that's basically our history. If not for the white influence, I think we would have like a different whole Nigeria.
Right.
You get, because
True.
the influence of modernization, westernization, and everything is just eating up. I believe most people don't even know their traditional
Culture.
history
Yeah.
because of, westernization.
Yeah.
So if that was a couple of years back, let me say like a decade back, it would have actually been a
2-3
big thing.
decades back.
That would have been a big problem
Yes.
for that lady that they
I
pushed.
agree. I
You
agree.
get me?
I agree.
But now it's seen as harassment. Harassment is like an English word. You get?
Yeah. True.
So, honestly speaking, in that case, tradition, I really think tradition is so important especially as a Nigerian. I think it's so important to actually know, even if you don't want to participate,
Right.
at least have some kind of knowledge of your tradition. Because I'm sure if she knew that, okay, these people are actually so people, and she will not be so offended. You get me? And probably she's not from their own side.
From there, I mean, it's possible. It's possible.
So that's just basically it for that.
All right, let's really check the comment section to see people's reaction on the story. Okay, truth be told, let's be conscious of our environment. She was not conscious and not sensitive. I don't believe those things, but normally, so I don't believe those things. Speaking of the westernization you talked about, but normally I go very far from their space because I don't like those rubbish, and I know my papa house. Next one, please. Okay. This now one of the reason they always run whenever I see people like this anywhere. No, come touch me with your hands. When I know where you they come from. Make these people the rest, I beg. Now so home masquerade. Black lady for Okere market for worry one time because she wear cap when they do a feast. That one is sounding chaotic. Since that day, anytime I see people like this, I run. And in this video, if you listen to the guys that recorded it, you hear them say, she get looked, she know wear black and black. Somebody said in my head, I'm like, God. So it takes us back to, I think we need to be enlightened about the whole traditional thing so that we know what to do and what not to do.
Exactly.
Because trust me, if a person where really gets coy for head, this girl was just calm. If there are people that they care so less, they would have literally probably pushed her back or have done
like
something more.
She was just scared as well.
Yeah,
She
like,
was
hey,
startled,
God, I
like,
beg. What's going on here? What's going on here? We'll be all right eventually. All of us will be okay. Let's quickly go on the short break to come back with the hottest gossip. Stay with us.
Hey there, what's poppin'? Abayomi Alvin here, content creator, actor, producer, filmmaker,
and keep it locked down. Gossip Gala. Don't change that as well.
It's your favorite dancer, band dancer. And I'm giving a special shout out to Gossip Gala. Keep watching, stay tuned.
Shout out to Gossip Gala. Keep doing the good work. Keep giving us the tea. And yes, well done.
We don't come back, so it's the hottest gossip, right? So on this one, we have my son had a speech impediment, rather. Comedian Bovi reacts after being criticized for saying his son breaks TV for the fun of it. Let's watch this video first before we get the tweet on.
I don't advocate for beating children. You should let children be. My son, Chuchu, they break television for the fun of. If he vex, he go, whoa, he would throw stuff and break. So it got
TV don't console.
It got to the age where he got to, and I saw the remorse.
I remember that first one where he post. We get one where he post one time.
That was the third TV.
So after he broke the first one, you didn't say, he might break the second one. Let's just leave TV for now until, you bought the second one. Okay, did you buy a cheaper one the second time?
No, but thank God for capacity. Do you get? If I couldn't afford another TV, then the approach would have been totally different.
Anger of say where the money go come from.
Yeah, That's why I tell people you are very correct. Most times when we hit kids, check. Are you really trying to correct them or you are frustrated?
So everybody watched this video together and they're like, probably because they're rich man, your Peking just break TV, you're okay with it. So people felt like, that's not the right way of training children. I remember somebody saying that, how can Bovi come out to say something like that? It means you're actually aiding the child to do more, cause more havoc and all. But not until he, tweeted this. Let's really get the tweet on so that we have, better input on what the story is about. Okay, so whenever everybody watched that video, like I said, there was a lot of reaction, and Bobby felt like it was important to, tell everybody to calm down. And he said, I don't go trigger angry people. Jesus, that came out very, very strong. I don't go trigger angry people because of the phrase I use, for the fun of it. Make una no vex. In trying to color my point, I have offended a shallow mob. Oh my God, that's a lot. You don't have to agree with me. If you have children, you want to beat, enjoy. My papa no physically beats me, and I turned out almost okay. So I would like to ask you what beating is, but let's quickly get the last one. So when Bovi, tweeted that, my wife felt like it was important to have the conversation, right? And she said, Lord, look at this man. If your child has to break 3 TVs, it only means your technique is not working. No one is talking about beating a child here. And Bovi felt it was important to reply. And it says, my child had a speech impediment and a communication problem. That's only just starting to improve. I think that's F all of you. So yeah, that's it. What do you think about what Bovi said when we watched that video, right? And now that he has come out to say that, okay, this is literally what my child is suffering from. So I feel like there's not a lot of, I not kind of understand what he is saying, right? But from that video, he made it look like the child was okay. I don't know if you get what I mean, but what do you think about the story?
Well, I think the story is it's personal parenting, and if Bovi chooses to parent his kid that way,
right, I
think it's okay by him. And I don't know, I can't really say on someone's parenting because I've never been a parent,
right? So. But you intend to be one, right?
Of course.
So since you intend to be one, what do you think about beating?
Well, raising a kid with a disability is something way different. I believe if a child should have a speech impediment, it would really be tiring on the child because there are so many emotions that he wants to let out, but he can't. And that can be so frustrating.
I agree.
Which might lead to the constant series of
having to do certain things.
So maybe that's the child's coping. And it might be so bad for Bovi to watch his kid go through that. And I think the TV is the least of his problem.
Right.
Especially when he can afford it.
Right.
So if the child out of rage and trying to, say something, just gets angry, throws, something at the TV. And Bovi feels it's okay to still bring the child closer, which I think is.
I think it's okay.
I would
do that too. Yeah.
Because it's not the child's fault.
I mean,
it's as simple as that. I think Nigerians just choose to look at the fact that he said he has bought 3 TVs and the TV is not the problem. Do you get? And we're all looking at the current economic status, like, how you go buy
TV? They want me. I mean, there was even a place where Ezine had to ask him, okay, the next TV you bought, was it like a lesser one?
Yeah,
the one with the lesser price or something.
No.
I was like, nah, I just bought the exact one. But like you said, right, the fact that the child already has this challenge, there's no how he would have communicated his emotion without him, doing all of those things. So people get to that, at this point he's angry, at this point he's smiling. You feel me? So now coming back to, the way this country now, the Nigerians perceive it. How do you think you would want to train your children? Because there's a whole lot of, the way my mother trained me, I don't want to train my children like that. What do you think should now be like the better way of training children?
I think training kids should be based on an understanding.
How did they train you?
Or
how were you trained?
It was basically my dad that trained me, and I think he trained me really good. I wasn't really with a mom.
Okay.
So I don't know about like double parenting, but single parenting, my dad did quite a great job. I don't think physical, those physical corporal punishments, I think that's what they call them. Yes. I don't think he really did that. Maybe a couple of small instances when you know that this person is very, very stubborn, like you need beating.
It was needed.
But yeah, not all the time do I think that kids should be, physically harmed, because it tells a lot,
right?
Especially when the kid grows up, because it's like it's abuse in some way, especially when it's a lot. You get? So I think that's where Bovi was coming from, like putting the child into physical abuse and also with what he's going through, his disability.
Yeah,
it should have been a lot, because I'm sure if that kid
that's going to be like wickedness
with those two things, because you cannot talk, your parents is beating you.
Nah, that's wrong.
It's not. At least let him enjoy one.
Let him enjoy one. So you were also having you were about talking about understanding the child, right?
Yeah.
So apart from now the beating, what should now take over? So if a child does something wrong now, what do we do?
I really think parenting is there's this emotional connection you have and understanding you have with your kids that just makes the whole thing, especially from birth. I think you basically start parenting right from the minute your kid comes out, like cause that's where the bond starts from. But I feel like a person, especially a child with like emotional intelligence,
right,
with the parents would understand when the mom or the dad is like, do this, don't do this. Okay, do this because this is the reason.
Right.
There's communication between you and your child, and your child is able to understand that, okay, my mom or my dad means business right now. I should be serious.
Right.
Or I should do this when I'm supposed to do this. You get, so it's just like, it just comes. I think parenting is quite very, very natural, and it comes with who the person is, and basically how the person is brought up previously will reflect.
True.
But on my own part, this is how I think about parenting, and I don't think a kid should have to go through anything less than having quality emotional connection
conversations
with the parents.
I like that. It sounds very cool. Can I be your child?
What?
Let's quickly check the comment section and see people's comments on the story. Okay. This one says the child is not you people's, but he's not you people's, but you all still want to teach a parent how to train his child. Is it your TV he broke, or was it bought with your money? And that's where we end the show. Thank you so much for being with me.
Okay,
I really appreciate it. Yeah. And yes, my best is it has been an exciting one with you guys. I can't wait to have another interesting episode with you tomorrow. Until then, keep slaying. Hey bestie? My name is God's Beauty Israel. Thank you so much for always tuning in to Gossip Gala. But research has shown that you've probably not subscribed to our channel. Make a no fight you, but what are you waiting for? Quickly click that button now and subscribe so you don't miss out on all the juices.